Hello, it is July 10th, 2020, and I'm here to do a video today on Tammy Duckworth. My name is Eliza de Vries, and I am an evolutionary astrologer. What that means is when I look at the chart, I look at the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual challenges inherent within the chart at the day of birth, and the transits that are affecting that chart at this time, how the soul is going to evolve through this lifetime, and how, as a spiritual evolutionary, a counselor, I can help that person to draw out the highest and best in the chart while bringing clarity to the areas of soul growth that are required in order to move forward. If you would care to contact me for a reading, email is angelicmercy44@gmail.com, and my website is angelicmercy.com. I have several websites because I also work with animals. I'm also an artist, and I also am a healer. So I have many facets to my life, which makes my life quite beautiful and really sort of an intimate life with others, because my readings are done one-on-one all over the world, and I like the best, being a Scorpio myself, I love that deep diving with one person and helping them to pull out of their chart and out of their soul the highest and best within them, and to look for that at all times, even when they're going through the most challenging moments and the greatest suffering. I love Tammy Duckworth's chart. I think it's a power chart, and we're going to get into that in a moment. I did want to ask you if you could subscribe to the channel if you like it. It really helps me and gets the message out there more. And I also love if you leave your comments. That would be great. Tammy Duckworth has the rising sign of Scorpio. Now, in our spiritual chart, the rising sign is what our soul is. So our soul is not our sun sign. Our soul is the rising sign, the sign that was rising on the ascendant at the time of our birth. She is Scorpio rising, which is a powerfully transformative rising sign. It's somebody that's not afraid to face the fiercest, deepest survival issues, and it's somebody that's gone through a lot of personal transformation within one lifetime. You will often find that the Scorpio rising has a strong willpower, sometimes a desire to control situations, people around them, until they learn in their later life to get more the self-discipline and control of the self. They are inclined to project that onto others in their earlier years. Or if they take on a lot of responsibility as children, I find that a lot of them have taken that on. As you all are probably aware, Tammy Duckworth served in the war, was highly decorated, and lost 2 legs, and is a double amputee, and still has great valor, great vigor, intelligence, discernment, and strength. She is a Pisces. Her sun is in the 5th house of Leo. So her sun is conjunct Chiron. Now what that means, for those of you that aren't astrologers, is that she came in knowing about being wounded, or would go through a major wound in her own existence, which she obviously did at a physical level, which of course would have transferred to the physical and to the emotional and mental levels. She would have had to overcome great odds. And yet there she is with her moon up at the midheaven in Leo, very generous, very big-hearted moon, conjunct Jupiter, even greater, expansive, generous, big-hearted moon. This is somebody that would give their life, their heart, their soul for their brethren. It's somebody that would have been, while in the military or in any kind of position of leadership would put her heart and soul on the line for others. So if she is chosen as vice president, this is somebody that could literally in a month take over the leadership, if she had to, of the party, or a day, and assume command and pour her heart in. Her Scorpio rising would give her the tenacity of purpose. Her sun in the 5th house would give her the magnanimity and the understanding of how to bring together people of in great polarity or dysfunction. For example, in the Army or in the Air Force or Navy, you have to be able to lead people of all persuasions, and you have to be able to take them forward, and they have to have confidence you, follow you. And she was highly, highly decorated as being a great warrior spirit. So she would make personally herself a great president. The other thing is that with that Scorpio rising, she would have a great connection to Joe Biden, because he's a Scorpio with 4 planets in Scorpio, Moon, and Taurus. So she would have great affinity to him. She would understand him. They would get along well. Her Pisces, being a water sign like his watery Scorpio, would give her the capability to meld and work with him and to adjust to whatever circumstances were there. Pisces are really amazing people at understanding all types of nationalities, belief systems, value systems. They're wonderful melting pot people. The Scorpio strengthens her Pisces. The Moon in Leo up at the midheaven in the house of Capricorn conjunct Jupiter makes her very likely in this lifetime to have a great leadership role beyond where she is at this time. She is 1968 she was born, so she just turned 52. So it's a perfect age for her, actually, to assume that kind of role as vice president. The other thing about her chart that's very strong is she has a Mars in Aries. Mars right now has just gone into Aries and will be there for the next 6 months. That's going to give her a lot of push forward, a lot of boost to her energy, to and Aries being the sign of the warrior spirit. Mars and Aries people are often associated with weaponry or having learned the military, been in the military. And with Saturn in Aries conjunct her Mars, it's very, very likely that she was in another life a military leader. This is not the first time she's assumed that role. Her Mercury is in Aquarius, which gives her an incredibly ingenious, brilliant mind. Very from the future way of thinking. So she's not stodgy, she's not set in her ways. She's an original thinker. So she would be a great complement to Joe Biden as far as bringing in unique ideas for the horrific problems that are going to be on the table when he assumes office, if he wins presidency. Her North Node, which is where the soul wishes to express in this lifetime, her North Node is in, let's see where we are here, in Aries. So again, the leader, she came in to be the leader. The leader is all throughout this chart. So she came in from before a lot in relationship with, let me see where her South Node is in. Her South Node is in Libra in the 11th house. So in those lives, she led from behind. She may have even been in a group of leaders where she didn't care if she got the accolades. She's not somebody that has a lot of ego. So in this lifetime, and she had a lot of dependency on relationship, in this lifetime she came to be literally out there on the field of battle by herself, to assume a role of the catalyst for others. Aries are great people for getting things moving, getting things running, getting things back on track. They have tremendous skills in that regard. So I would say altogether that she is absolutely ideal for vice president. So far, I'm going to draw a couple of cards on that just to see what I get on her. But I feel she's right up there at the top as far as opportunity to be chosen, and the timing and the astrological positives for her to be able to be chosen at this time. It's a positive opportunity time for her. She also has her Mercury conjunct Venus in Aquarius. So her Venus is not just a love for one mate, but a universal capacity to feel love and the value system of society, and to feel where society's heading. That Venus in Aquarius has a touch on where the future values need to go in order for survival to occur with the Scorpio rising. So could you tell me Tammy Duckworth's opportunities, possibilities of leadership with Joe Biden? Well, I got the Judgment card. The Judgment card means it's a very, very positive card. It's a card of Gabriel. It's a card of a major announcement. It's a card of the timing being right for you to receive great accolades, commendation, moving forward in your career. So I feel if she's not chosen for vice president, which I feel there's a strong chance from looking at this card where this person is just standing and it's being given to them and the announcement's being made by Gabriel. If that's not the case, she's going to get a major role in the government, the next government. This is all presuming Joe Biden wins presidency, where she will be in charge of the military or directing one of the intelligence bureaus. She's going to have a very high position in this next government. Is there anything else about Tammy Duckworth that we would want to look at today? Well, here is the Queen of Swords. This is the queen that is highly intelligent, knows how to wield the sword, is brilliant, is sitting on a throne. So she's definitely could be on that throne. And I'm even going to go so far as to say if she is chosen, she could end up president. There's a very, very strong gut feeling I have on her making it to the very top. She's got the tenacity, she's got the empathy with the Pisces for humanity. She's got the brilliance of the Aquarian, Mercury and Venus. She has the heart of the moon in Leo. And her moon is right up at her midheaven. Now, the planets that are up at her midheaven is how the world sees us. So the world sees her leading with her heart, Jupiter up there with the moon in that 10th house of Capricorn. So there's a strong capability to be known in this lifetime beyond where she's already gone. And I think that's why they are already sensing her power and her presence and her capabilities, that they're already attacking her on Fox News, because why would they bother? And it's very foolish of them, because this is somebody that could strike back with great intelligence, great dignity, and hang them out to dry, literally. I was looking where her Pluto was in the chart, and her Pluto is in her 11th house. So she's here to transform the future societies. She's here to put forth her efforts with a group for the betterment of society. This is her Pluto mission. Remember, she's a Scorpio rising, so Pluto is her ruling planet. And so she's here. The 11th house rules friends, humanitarian societies. It rules where we're going in the future. It rules somebody that is here to learn about all nationalities, all races, all beliefs, all colors, all creeds. It's somebody that came to create a revolution within that framework for the future, because the 11th house is ruling the future. It is the Aquarian house. So she's, and it's interesting because I've noticed, and I've spoken about it before, that a lot of presidents have had strong Aquarian planets in their charts. She's got that Mercury and Venus in Aquarius, and her Pluto sitting in the ruler of her ascendant sitting in the house of Aquarius. Barack Obama had Aquarius rising. He was a Leo with Aquarius rising, so he was not unlike her in some ways. Who else? Ronald Reagan, I believe, was in Aquarius. There have been several presidents in the last few decades that have had strong Aquarius in their chart. I'm just going to close there. I'm very happy with her looking through her chart. I'm very excited by her presence. I feel there's much still to be revealed about her. I think she's going to be a marvelous public speaker. A lot of dignity and strength and courage, as we said before. So wishing her all the best. I think she's got a darn good chance to be chosen. And if not, as we said before, as the vice president, definitely in a very high position within future government. Thank you. God bless you. And I will be back soon with a video on Kamala Harris. Thank you.